Hello there, my darlings. I'm Zelda Kelly with Seeing Crime. Today I'm going to give you a little trigger warning. I want you to be prepared because I don't know what's going to come out in this reading. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just going to say that up front. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not medical. I'm not an expert in any testimony. I am a card reader. And that makes this entertainment purposes only. I like to follow the energy of the cards, and the reason that we are here tonight is because I had a very unsettling dream about Karen Reed. She was being chased in her SUV, and she really didn't realize it. I could see something hovering over her SUV that early morning of January 29th of 2022 as she went from 34 Fairview back to John's home. I just want you to know it was not something that was nice, and it was not pretty. And I am of the belief, and this is my opinion, that the moment that John went through that door, that he was lured into the basement. And it was there that he met his demise almost immediately. Probably it started while Karen was still sitting out on the street, waiting for him to give her the high sign that he was inside and okay. While she was looking through her playlist, this was happening to him. I can see that there was someone in front of him and someone behind him. And when he figured out what was going on, it was too late. He tried to go back up the steps, and from there, his demise began. Now, that's what I keep seeing over and over. That may not be the facts. It may not be the truth. It just may be residual energy coming from there. But my question is, what evil is there or was there? There's a new family there. And I'm going to say this, which I've told other people. And in fact, I've even told Microdots. If you don't know Microdots, I'll leave a link in the description, and you can follow him because he's magnificent. But I told him that I feel that there is and was something that is still there. Some leftover energy. If you believe in that sort of thing, great. And if you don't, great. I appreciate you being here anyway. There's probably no way that I'll ever get to that home. But I don't think I need to. If those current owners aren't seeing something or hearing something in that home, then I'd be very surprised. I think they are silent. And I feel sorry for them because I'm not so sure it was disclosed about everything that happened there before the new owners bought it. I have to say that. That's just my opinion. So tonight, I'm going to lay a foundation with some decks of cards. You've seen them before. And I want to ask, what evil was there? Why was it there? These are burning questions that I've had for a long time. And if this sort of thing disturbs you, my apologies. You may just want to click out of this one and join me in the next one. Yes, my voice is a little gone. My apologies. I have allergies. So before we get started, if you'll do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And here we are. We're going to get started. I'm going to lay the foundation tonight with these cards. This is an oracle deck. It's almost like the Kipper, but I've got the Kipper here beside me. We're going to give the Kipper a little baby rest on laying a foundation. Now, I've shuffled these cards before I've started. But I'm going to shuffle them because I don't want anyone thinking that anything more nefarious is going on. So the questions I'm putting out there to angels, guides, and spirits is to show us what is behind this, what evil was behind this. And I'm going to tell you, I believe that there definitely is evil. And I think it followed the people that did this to Officer John. Let's pick some cards. And how do we know everything is going to be okay? Well, you see what's going on in this case, and it may be taking a little longer. God loves covert activity. And I believe that no stone is going unturned. Good always wins. I want you to remember that. Okay, first card out is this. Getting a room, a motel, a hotel suite. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to leave that here. We're going to see what that's all about. Next card. Recording, announcement, expression, revealing. Very interesting. Let's fix these cards. Investigating. Hater. I'm going to pick two more. Trash. Tossing out. Throwing away, getting rid of. Last card here, my darlings. Last card here. Ready? Tired of drama. I know that's going to happen. Let's look at these closer. We're going to put these to the side. Getting a room. Now, I don't think that that means in a intimate way. Let me say it that way. Hotel, motel, suite, business, or pleasure. A recording, an announcement, expression, revealing, investigating, hater. I'm going to put it that way so you can see it. Trash, being thrown out, and tired of drama. What this is telling me, my darlings, is that there's more to this than meets the eye, as we know. I believe that there are recordings that I think the feds have, that these bad actors may not know, they may not understand that they have them. They will someday. And they're going to understand the hate. You know, hate is an evil spirit. Jealousy, hate, envy, they're all evil spirits. That's why it's so important for us not to feel those. I'm going to fix my camera here because it wants to really focus. I think that'll help it. I don't like to see it jumping. Trash. There was a lot that was there was a lot that was gotten rid of. Other than the phones, I want to know what was in the duffel bag that Michael Proctor took away from 34 Fairview, don't you? What was in that duffel bag? There is someone, and this is a definite indication that there is someone that is tired of this. Someone within these bad actors that is flipping. Someone that knows, well, that their numbers are coming up. They already may know now. You know, when you get a person of interest letter, when you know what's going on, You know. We won't know that yet, but we will. We will. Now, let's put out some cards for our friend, the Kipper. So this has given us a good foundation, but I'm going to just say my darlings hate. It takes evil to do. And you know, evil and hate don't need a reason. A gift. Yep. Distant horizon. A child. Pathway. My darlings, there's the family room. And Brian and Nicole Albert both testified that Higgy Baby and Uncle Brian were in the family room looking at photographs, waiting on John. Yeah, they were waiting on John, all right. They were lying in wait. What all this means is that this is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. This gift is going to be that these recordings, all of this information is going to be coming out. This says distant horizons. I don't think it's in the distant future. I think we're going to start seeing things by the end of this month and into November, and especially around the holidays. This means there is definitely a silver lining around this cloud. Child. Now, while I believe this is a new beginning, I'm going to tell you what else I believe this is. Now, look at these two together. Tell me what you think. I think it's one of those young people, one of the kids, that is so scared and so tired of being told by Mother McCabe that what to say, what to do, how to act, where to go, where not to go, who to talk to, who not to talk to. For a young person to constrict them so much. But now I truly believe, I do not believe this is Colin Albert. I believe that this is one of the young ladies. And I'm believing it may be Julie Nagel. Is it Julie Nagel? Yeah, the Nagel girl. Sarah Levinson, I think, is also going to be another one. They're both tired because they're going to be choosing a new path, a new light, a new way forward, because they don't have a chance. This is ruining their lives. They're not done yet. This will ruin their lives. They don't want to get accomplice charges. Now, again, I'm not a lawyer, but if you're involved, you're involved. And the family room, well, that speaks for itself. Next up, I'm going to lay out this mythic tarot. It gravitates to this. It gravitates to this, my friends. Judgment. Absolutely, definitely, absolutely putting that there. The Hierophant. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Nine of Swords. Look at that. And look where that's laying. Putting this to the side. This Judgment card, pardon me, not only are they getting ready for judgment, somebody is waking up. And I mean waking up to reality. It's almost like they are coming to life. And I'm going to point out something here. I think you're going to see it. And I want it to focus very good for you. It's not focusing so close. I don't want my camera jumping. But I think you can see it. Do you see this? There's a staff here. But look what is around this staff. This may give us an indication who this person is, who this young person is. Are you ready, my darlings? Of course you are. This is intertwining snakes, the caduceus, the staff of Hermes, medical. Now, who is in the medical field? Sarah Levinson. Now, I still feel that Julie Nagel is going to play a part in this because she got all flustered on the stand, and she was the one who said, as she did say, "See, Officer John." But Sarah Levinson is the one who had some medical issues, bless her, because she feels, I mean, we can't judge, and we're not going to judge, because we know this family, it is very hard to go against anyone in this family. The Hierophant, also a Taurus. I don't know who the Taurus is, but this is Pan, which is a mythological character. A Taurus, who this is a lover of home, beauty, lover of things. So definitely it is surrounding 34 Fairview. Now, to me, that points to Julie Nagel. It can be to both. The Knight of Pentacles. I believe there's been some offering of money, but this is something that the feds look for. They look for large deposits, they look for donations, they look for things to come, and certainly these young people are not going to receive anything while this is happening, only when it would be over. But they're not going to get what they think. Look at this, the Nine of Swords. Do you see this? The bothering, the sleepless nights, the wagging of the tongues, the pressure and the drama and the trauma of this situation affecting someone so much that they're grabbing their head. Now, let's see, where do I want to go now? We're going to lay out this Piotnik deck. We can't make this up. That's Officer John O'Keefe. And that lady looking out the window beside Officer John O'Keefe, Jennifer. Constancy, but we see there's an all-seeing eye. They're not going to get away with it. If you're worried about that, oh, they're not. They're not going to get away with anything. Taking this other tarot. The Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune card tells us that many times in our lives, we go through waves. We go through down times, and we go up through up times. This can be a very dark card, and for good reason. But I want to show you something. Do you see how each one of these little characters, and also, by the way, for those of you who like to know this sort of thing, these little characters represent the four Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But everything is written down no matter what we do. in the heavens. We have a record of our lives. This all-seeing eye, the constancy, the consistency, this fellow is considered to be a collector of souls. Now, we'll look at this snake, and we have a reference with this snake here. So we know we're on the right track. And also, for those of you who have not noticed, this is Torah. That's the Torah, the books of Moses. Now, those other symbols on this wheel can be interpreted as the name of God. So I'm just going to tell you, while God is watching and the heavens are watching, what they've seen is the evil take place of robbing this man of his life. Right on that premises. Why do they think so? Well, and there is regret. So yes, that ties in with this tired of the drama. Regret, sorry. Not being able to look into the future, but only looking in the past. Look at the snow on the ground, my darlings. This card is building a foundation, making sure that you're all on the same page and building that foundation so there's nothing that can shake or waver you. This guy is a builder. He's got a builder's awl. That means he can put the brick and the block in place and tap them so they're level. What this means is, when you build, you have a plan. There was a plan. This was no accident. None. Last but not least is this hidden deck of the cartomancy. So what evil lays here? That is Karen. This right here. Jennifer McCabe. Going through these, my darlings. Making a collective decision to go forward on something without the plan being totally together. That's what this means in this particular case. The Eight of Hearts. Not quite good enough. Not quite having it together. And it marks suspicion. Colin Albert. This is Karen Reed. I'm going to save this one to last. This one is this making sure that there is lifelong security. They never guessed, and with Jennifer McCabe, they never thought, ever thought that Karen Reed would defend herself so viciously because she has to. And this is going to fall apart around them. This Four of Clubs answers the question of what evil was there. For centuries, and let me give you a little backstory so you know about this. The playing cards came out, the first playing cards were in the 13th century China. The tarot cards came from the playing cards. There's been a lot of history, and there's a lot of way to read them. I have friends who are cartomancers. That's what you're called when you read the playing cards, is cartomancy. I am a cartomancer. I read in the Anglo-Saxon style. I have friends who read in the French style. I have friends that read in other styles. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's how they are interpreted, because it doesn't matter. We all usually come up with the same thing, the same conclusion. But centuries ago, the Four of Clubs was considered and called the devil's bedpost. Why? It's a card that indicates that this is a situation in which you should not be involved in. And it's considered to be getting in bed with the devil. Now, how do we get that from the Four of Clubs? Because the fours are actually very biblical. When you look down upon this from a bird's eye view, those old-fashioned beds, those canopy-style beds, is what they had back then. So when you look at this, it's the four posts of a bed. This is not really a good card. Not at all. It's a card that indicates frustration, upset, loss, being swindled. Now, I think all of you understand what swindled is. Swindled can be taken advantage of. Swindled can be manipulated. Swindled can be, as my grandmother would say, beat out of some money. However you want to interpret this, this is what evil was. And I say that because I don't know the current owners and it's not fair to them. But evil follows people. When you get in bed with the devil, this was not the first time for Uncle Brian, but I can guarantee it will be the last. Total drama, but action will be taken. A situation is about to explode, and shite's about to pop up in flames. Oh, and you know what happens when you stir the pot. It starts stinking. That's exactly what's going on, my darling. Last card. You see in this card, there's a person back here, and he's like walking away. That's what these young people, I'm just going to say, it could be a combination of, pardon me, something is going off. That's confirmation. I apologize. I just want you to know that went through me like a shot. That was something on my computer going off, and my apologies. I never thought it had any type of anything like that. When something like that happens, it's usually an indication that we're on the right track. So this person walking away is what these young people thought it was going to be, and they could just walk away. But this card is an indication of memories and how they have created memories. These these cups are the only tarot card that has the same flower in each cup. It's significant. And what they've done is they've created a memory that they will never get rid of. So what do you think, my darlings? This is evil. And there's an old hymn from my long, my long days of back in the day when I was a young kid going to church with my family. And it's one of the verses that always got to me is, "But still our ancient foe doth seek to work us woe. His path and just evil are great, and armed with cruel hate." For people who don't realize that getting in bed with the devil is something that you don't get out of. And evil doesn't care if you take the fall. You know why? They'll just go on to the next person. Evil hates us. That's why we see so much horrible things in the earth today. So, my darling, I'm just going to say, without another interruption again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please do me a favor, subscribe. If you haven't gotten a reading with me, please come over. I'm going to put a link in the description, and a link is there also for Patreon if you wish to come on over there. Thank you very much for allowing me to bring this to you. I hope it hasn't disturbed you, but I want you to know that Karen is safe. Nothing's going to get to her. She has divine guidance over her. And thank you again. Much love to each and every one of you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.